Hey everybody, this is Joe Eckert from RecoverySaviors, and I'm just here to check in, let you guys know what's going on with our Discord channel. So as you know, we're building a Discord channel that will be a community based on recovery, but not necessarily recovery from drugs and alcohol, just any type of addiction or ailment that causes stigma and cuts people off from support. So the ultimate goal is to just provide support and be accepting of different paths. And one of the industries this is huge is the music industry. I was asked to leave Narcotics Anonymous, my home group, because I use cannabis in my recovery. So when that happened, fortunately I found another group that was cannabis friendly and completely different environment, very open and nurturing, like learning new things about meditation and different types of recovery. And it really opened my eyes. And one of the things I liked most was called Recovery Dharma, which is based on Buddhist teachings. And it basically tells you everybody in the world has some type of addiction or craving problem. It's just a matter of how it manifests in their life. A lot of people, it's codependency. There are so many people walking around all day, every day, lying to themselves and to everybody else about how great things are. And you see this all the time on Facebook. That's why I call it the gutter of humanity, because that's where people go to bash each other and to talk about how great their life is. But there's a lot of people out there struggling, and a lot of my friends in the music industry are struggling, and they always said in this last group that it's because of AI. AI is taking everybody's jobs. And I get that computers can make things more efficient, but you either adapt or you die. I mean, we saw that with the internet. You have to learn to use new technology. So I learned how to use AI with the music industry, and that's what I'm trying to show people, is that if we stand together, we can all make more money. We all eat better. And part of that is offering this Discord channel, which will have live digital music events. So if someone's in the area, they can go in person to see the band play or whatever. But if they're not close enough, or they have a disability that prevents them from going, they'll be able to access it online through Discord. No, it's not always going to be a combination live and digital. We may just have digital events for a while. But I would really like to combine the two, because it'll give local bands the ability to play live without as much pressure, but then actually get the word out there when, they're doing good. You want your band to get recognized, but playing in front of a crowd of 100,000 or whatever is not practical for most new guys. So fortunately, when I left this other program, one of the people I found online was Big Jim. Big Jim is a bass player and guitar player, and I'm sure he plays a lot of other things, but he's the band slut. He remastered Dio's Rainbow in the Dark, and he was best friends with Dio for 34 years. And I just happened to find Big Jim on the same day that him and Dio met. And it was so weird, because I just reached out to him because he had an apartment opening, and I thought I had somebody who might be able to stay there. I had no idea who he was, or that I had met him before. He actually sold me my first bass when I was 15, and I didn't realize it till I actually saw his picture when he was younger. But I thought that was so cool. It blew my mind. But yeah, he is an awesome guy. He's a really funny guy. I call him the old mummy fart because he's old. But man, does this guy work. He at least 2 gigs every week a lot of times more. And he is constantly on Facebook looking for people who need help, or he does a lot of mental health awareness, which I think is great. That's a huge thing for me too. Especially when me and my wife split up, it was very difficult to cut through the bullshit as far as what was mental illness and what was drugs, because we were both opiate addicts. But when you start gaslighting each other, it turns into, the toxicity just goes through the roof, because you start losing touch with reality, and so do they. So things just spiral, and they can spiral really quick. I've seen that in my own life. So that's the reason I'm here. We're building a community to provide support and a place for musicians and other artists to collaborate. So I'm going to be streaming one more time later, 7 o'clock tonight. I'll show people the Discord channel we have set up so far and explain how it'll work. And we are looking for musicians, artists, vendors, anybody who wants to be a part of this. We need people to buy in before the launch. We do have people signed up already, but we do need paying people. And the artists who buy in ahead of time are going to be the first ones to get paid. The whole idea is they will be selling the subscriptions to the premium service, and they get a percentage, and they get to keep that percentage every month that the subscription stays. So this is how we all eat better. And if you have a way to make it better, I would love to hear it. But so far, everybody just says, wow, that sounds like a great idea. And that's it. I mean, I've had people sign on, but nobody has anything to contribute really. So I would love to hear if anybody thinks they know a better way to do it, or have an idea to add to it, or anything. I don't want this for myself. I want this for all of us. There's a lot of artists out there who are literally starving, myself included. And even those who aren't work way too hard. Everybody's got a full-time job, plus side hustles, plus their music or their art. And I can't do that. I mean, I've been doing this 140 hours a week usually. And I have insomnia, so I can handle that. But most people can't do that. I struggled. I was underemployed in a job I hated for years, and it was killing me. It literally drove me back to drugs. I can't do that anymore. I owe a lot of money to the IRS and credit card companies, and working a job at $40,000 a year is just digging a deeper hole for myself. So that's why I came up with what I did here. I know it seems like I'm struggling, or always asking for money, and it's because I am. My wife left me nothing, and that's the only reason I could do this right now, is because I at least had a roof over my head and I had nobody else to depend on. And that's a very freeing situation to be in. So that's how I came up with this. I really appreciate Big Jim, you lending your name and your knowledge to this. And also Lisa, you've been awesome supporting me from day one. I don't know what's wrong with you, but you're awesome. So thank you very much, everybody. Make sure to tune in at 7 o'clock p.m. EST tonight, and I'll show you guys a little bit of the Discord channel. And so thank you very much. Have a good one.